I remember back in the day, I was in a clan and it was called Metal Maniacs. Now, one of our leaders was a pretty good Warbots player, and he told us, he gave us some very good advice. Don't MK2 out your stuff. This was back when modules came out, and he was like, it's just not cost efficient, and in the end, it's going to destroy your weapon. So, you know, I took that advice. I've never MK2'd out something. MK2 is irrelevant in Warbots, and today Pixonic is trying to basically resurrect that and bring it back. And honestly, it's insane. This is a game changer, and this will completely change Warbots forever. Let's get right into it, everyone. Alright, so quick PSA. So for every 1 subscriber I get during the month of November, I will buy a Callsack. Yeah, that's right, on my main account. So I think we're already up to about 150 or so. So keep on subscribing, guys. And I think I have an issue. I have a small addiction to Callsacks because I'm buying a little bit too many. Alright, guys, back to the video. The Warbots Equipment Enhancement System. So this is a big new feature coming actually, I think, tomorrow. And it's huge. It's going to completely change MK2 as we know it and completely basically change the game. Now, for those of you guys that don't know, MK2 is basically where you upgrade your robot. It costs 500 gold, but your robot actually goes back to level 1. But it's MK2, so it has a 20% firepower or, you know, durability boost, depending on if you're MK2ing your robot or your weapon. So this buff, I mean, it's a pretty decent buff. 20% is pretty huge, but at the same time, the cost of it is absolutely immense. And over time, it's definitely lost a lot of popularity among the top players because, well, there's pilots and modules, which people like to focus a lot more time on because it brings quicker and better results. MK2 has become an outdated principle in Warbots, and they wanted to revamp that. They wanted to change it and make it better. And so this new update that they're doing, basically it's going to change MK2 a lot, and it's going to make it a lot more powerful. Not more powerful, a lot more efficient per se. I personally have never MK2'd out a weapon or a robot on my hangar ever. As you guys know, I'm a completely free-to-play player, so I just don't MK2. I don't feel the need. I spend it on better things like upgrading other weapons that is a lot more efficient, and also spending my gold on better things like pilots and modules. So I don't really focus on MK2, but now with this new MK2, it's actually pretty crazy, and we have an event, and so MK2 is now only going to cost 1 gold for 5 days starting tomorrow. This is huge, guys. Alright, so let me explain this new equipment enhancement system, as they're calling it. So let's see here. They're saying let's talk about the enhancements. Yeah, okay. Here we go. So as you can see the little phantom image right there, and that is of the phantom with cryogenic weapons on it. And so as you can see, the upgrade to the phantom MK2, it goes from level 12 to level 1 MK2, and it says enhanced for 500 gold. 500 gold is expensive, guys, especially considering you have to upgrade this thing all the way back up to level 12. So it's all your past upgrades. It's going to cost that much, plus 500 gold. That is expensive, everyone. So there was one downside to this enhancement. You had to upgrade an MK2 item up to level 9 again to make it as powerful as maxed. Yeah, it was like upgrade. It was around level 9 or level 10, where in order for it to just be as efficient as a level 12 weapon, you had to upgrade it all the way up there. And then if you wanted for it to be more powerful, you had to upgrade it even more levels. This was insane. It was millions of silver for a small 20% boost. So it's an outdated system, definitely. It was very popular back when I was first starting out in Warbots. I know that a lot of the top players did it on their Spectres and everything. But nowadays, MK2, it's getting a revamp. It needs it. So enhancing an item to MK2 does not make it weaker anymore. So that downside is completely taken away. And this is interesting. So rather than basically make it drop down all that power, basically if you had a weapon and you MK2'd it, it lost all power. You were not going to put it back in your hangar because you had to upgrade it. You had to upgrade it again, and it was, I mean, an MK2 level 1 weapon is not at all powerful. It's not enough to put in a hangar if you have all your level 12 stuff. So now it does not make it weaker. Oh, sorry, my nose. Oh my goodness, I have a little bit of cold, I think. So that is actually really cool. And I'm for this, I'm actually pretty like, heck yeah. I'm actually pretty excited for this because this will make it so much easier to MK2 and for free-to-play players. Free-to-play players, and a pay-to-win player, to be honest, can take that loss, okay? It can take the hit of going back down to efficiency level 1, MK2, and then just instantly upgrade it all the way up. People do that. People just upgrade. They get a ton of silver together as a pay-to-win player, with their premium and everything, and then they speed up upgrades with gold and stuff, and they have a lot of resources, so they can speed this stuff up and sometimes even instantly just upgrade all the levels up to level 12. They don't have to worry about this. But as a free-to-play player, it takes time. I'm probably not going to speed up upgrades, okay? So it's going to take a couple days for this weapon just to get out. So it's something that I can't just switch something back into my hangar. I can't just switch out this weapon with another weapon. There's no way that I can MK2 this and have it actually viable in my hangar, And that's why I've never upgraded anything to MK2. So now with this new MK2 stats, with the new MK2, rather than basically go all the way down, it's going to stop there, and then it's going to begin to upgrade at 2% increments, all the way up to, it's saying, it will go up a fixed amount up to 22%. So before it was 20%, now it's 22%. That's not a big deal. I mean, 2%, it's not a big deal. I mean, 2% isn't, I'm fine with it. Like, whatever. 2%, I mean, it still can be significant, but I don't think in this case it's too big of a deal. So, yeah. And it says minus the painful level 1 through 9 drop. And so they then say, we have applied streamlined MK2 progression to all items in the game. The upgrade curve will look the same for everything. For example, let's take Bulwark. So it's going to look the same for all weapons, all robots, everything is going to have this little 2% progression instead of going back to level 1. So that's actually pretty cool. And then we have the old versus new Bulwark. There we go. Now let's go down. Then the upgrades are actually changed. It's to a much more fixed amount, this is odd. This is actually very odd. And this will make it more viable than your thermonuclear reactors or, your heavy armor kits. Because heavy armor kits are expensive as hell, man. Oh my god. So this will actually make these more powerful. I remember back in the day when I was in clan, I was in, what was it? Which clan was I in? Because this clan went all over the place. I think it was Metal Maniacs. I was back in that clan, and we were a pretty prestigious clan. I was in one of the feeder clans, but we were still like B rank. And I remember our leader telling us back when modules first came out that he was like, "Don't MK2, go for modules because modules they were the best choice. They were so much more efficient." And now with this new upgrading system, with the new silver cost, it's actually going to be a lot different. So the silver cost for a level to upgrade to level 2 is going to be 2.5 million, and that's a lot more than before it was 100,000. This is for a Bulwark, by the way. So before it was 100,000, now it's 2.5 million. Before it was 200,000, now it's 5 million. So definitely massive increases in terms of the first levels, of course, but still not a big deal. And then we have 400,000, and it says 10 million. But here is where it gets interesting. So 2 million, and it's 22.5 million, and it stays like that. So you don't even have to go through that dumb curve that sometimes gets really annoying when you're upgrading. For every single level up, it's going to cost 22.5 million after the level 5 MK2. So even at level 12 MK2, where it would have costed you 70 million, now it's only going to cost you 22.5 million. And also, the silver cost, it seems, for the Bulwark went down like by 1 million to MK2, which isn't a big deal, but I mean, it's something, I guess. But 22.5 million, this is going to make things a lot less painful when you're trying to upgrade this thing to the higher levels. You want to max this thing out. You want to get the full MK. If I'm MK2ing something out, I want to MK2 it out level 12. I'm not going to stop halfway through. So 22.5 million is going to make it a lot less painful to upgrade those higher levels, of course, rather than paying, say, 70 million. Like, dude, that's crazy. All right, so let's see what they said. The silver cost progression, however, is different. Instead of gradually growing, the upgrade cost now settles on a flat value starting from MK2 level 5. So I think that flat value may change for robots. Like maybe if you have a destroyer and you're trying to MK2 it, it's probably going to be a lot cheaper than upgrading your Bulwark. It's not going to have that same fixed value. So here's a chart showing how much silver each Bulwark level requires now. Note that MK2 costs are similar or lower than MK1 costs. Okay. Let's see here. bulwark upgrade calls for level, and then they have a little graph of it just to show you exactly what we're talking about. So as you can see, the first upgrades, they kind of go they kind of go super quick, but after that you can see that it flatlines completely and you get those low silver calls rather than that massive spike that you see in the last couple of levels. I'm definitely for that. I'm happy about that. And the reason why people are now going to do this rather than getting thermo nukes or heavy armor kits and upgrading those first, they're going to go for MK2 because this little 2% gain, it would have, for a heavy armor kit, it's going to cost you 40 million. That is for a 2% armor increase. That's for 2%, 40 million. This only costs 22.5 million even at max for your bulwark, and maybe even less if you have a cheaper robot. So for 2%, the same amount. So it's going to cost a lot less silver. So that'll be interesting for our players. We'll have to see. I mean, I think that players are definitely going to go for this over thermo nukes. I mean, we're always going to go for the cheapest option, of course. That's just what we do. We're not going to pay, work smarter, not harder, I'm not going to work for 40 million silver just for the same upgrade when I could do it for 22.5 million. So yeah, here we go. Now we expect changes to vastly improve the leveling experience, and as a nice side effect, they will make all your non-max MK2 items stronger than they are before. It might be a great time to dust them off and let them see some action. So if you maybe stopped halfway through with one of your MK2 weapons because it was so expensive, well, guess what? Now you can finally continue on upgrading with that fixed value and stuff like that. So that'll be interesting. Now, also on one of their Facebook events, they actually showed that, or a Facebook post, they said that tomorrow, for 5 days, there will be a different upgrade. So if you want to MK2 something out, it usually costs 500 gold. Their new event is that it's going to cost 1 gold. That is 499 gold less. So basically, almost for nothing, you can upgrade and you can MK2 out anything you want. MK2 out everything, guys, okay? I'm just saying, it doesn't hurt you at all because remember, this upgrade cost is not going to drop at all. So you can have an MK2 level 1, and that will still be the same as a MK2, you can have a MK2 level 1, and that will be the same, power as a MK1 level 12. Rather than that super decreased amount of firepower, you'll now have that for cheap. So I'm going to MK2 out everything that I have. I don't have too much that's level 12, actually. Now that I think about it, I think, one of my Avengers, some of my Ansel ECU. I actually don't have too much that's level 12. Well, that's an issue. That's fine, though. I've slacked off in terms of upgrading the past while because of school and stuff, and I've had so much going on in my life, so many weird things, and I'm a little bit lazy, not gonna lie. So I need to play a little bit and get some stuff to level 12, hopefully, in the next 5 days, so maybe I can get those things to MK2 before this event goes away. I don't know, maybe you guys might want to do that. You guys might just pass on that, and I understand that. So overall, my opinion about this, and I want to hear your opinions. Please go down to the comment section. Tell me what you think about. But honestly, I'm excited for this. I'm actually excited for this. This new MK2 system, there really isn't anything too bad about it. The worst thing in this is that the MK2 now has 2% extra of power, which who even gives a crap? This new system, it's not specifically giving you too much back. Maybe 1 million silver here and there. It's just a change. It's a different style that will make it so much better and so much more efficient. So, yeah, enjoy this, guys. Personally, dang, Pixonic, I really like this. MK2 was something that I never really thought about because it was so irrelevant in Warbots. And I hope that Pixonic, they go back and they look at some of the irrelevant things in Warbots that no one really uses too much anymore, or that no one really focuses on, like component conversion, like some of those dead robots. And I hope they kind of revive them like they're reviving MK2. That's just my opinion. Whatever. I want to hear what you guys say. All right, guys, this is Kamikaze. Have a great day. Like and subscribe, guys. Please. For every 1 subscriber, I will buy a Callsack during this month. And there is 10 days left of this month, guys. Yeah, I'm going to buy a lot of Callsacks. I'm not even kidding. So get those subs in, and I will buy a ton of Callsacks. Yeah. Right now, I think the number is up to, I haven't made enough videos this month, so it's a little bit low, but I still have to buy about 150 something call sacks at this point. Yeah, it's a vibe. Oh, that's such a weird challenge, but it's fine. It's cool. All right, guys, have a great day. See ya. Stay safe. It's Kamikaze signing out.